Hi, my name is Matthew Pejkovic from Matt's Movie Reviews, and this is my review of I Swear. A biopic about Tourette's syndrome sufferer and activist John Davidson, I Swear is a stirring portrait of suffering and acceptance within a judgmental world where a brave soul dares to change perceptions with the help of a compassionate few. I Swear begins in 1983 with 13-year-old John, played by Scott Ellis Watson, a personable young lad with a paper route and aspirations to become a professional football goalie. John's life turns upside down, however, when he begins to develop numerous uncontrollable tics, including robust cursing and spitting of his food, that results in a suicide attempt. 13 years later, and John, played by Robert Aramayo, has found himself in a life of medication-heavy drift. It would be the intervention of mental health nurse Dottie, played by Maxine Peake, that would set John on the path towards a life where the years of internal turmoil and community prejudice results in becoming an educator of Tourette's and a campaigner for a fairer society towards those who suffer from it. An important movie that successfully delivers its message that it does indeed take a village to look after its vulnerable. The Kirk Jones-directed I Swear doesn't so much change the biopic formula as it gives the often tawdry genre a sense of life and meaning. Robert Aramayo delivers a remarkable performance, capturing not only the physical aspects of John Davidson's Tourette's symptoms, but also the inner turmoil of shame, depression, and anxiety that this working-class Scotsman felt throughout his life. Great too is Scott Ellis Watson, who portrays young John's descent into what can only be described as a living hell. Scenes in which barely teenage John is treated like a freak by a community that lack the knowledge to understand his plight is incredibly heartbreaking to watch. A heartbreaking feel-good biopic that is as entertaining as it is enlightening, I Swear successfully presents a story that portrays how a life of suffering can be saved by the tenacity of the human spirit and the charity of those willing to stand beside and support those whose journey is filled with turmoil and judgment. Thank you for watching the Matt's Movie Reviews channel. Please subscribe for more reviews, podcast interviews, and exclusive content.